All right, well, welcome to HS3103 Lifespan Development for the fall 2020. There's actually two classes in here, though you can't see the other class. One class can't see the other. I hope everybody sees this screen that I'm on right now. This is going to be a brief walkthrough through the course and where you can find things. So let's start off with the welcome to the course. When you click on that, that's what you get. This is me. I'm your instructor, Dave Meggett. There's my phone number, 720-251-5806. If you would like to talk to me, please send me an email and we can set up an appointment. Otherwise, I will be on Google Hangouts every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. And I'm going to email everybody an ongoing link for the rest of the semester. And so I will be on live Thursdays from 5 to 6:30. If you need to get a hold of me for anything, and you just want to log on and say hi, that's fine too. If you have questions about the material, we can go over it at that time. So I hope people show up for it. We are using the textbook by Siglin and Ryder, and it's Essentials of Human Development, 2nd edition. So make sure that you have that book. I personally got the loose leaf that puts into a binder because that's the easiest, I think, and it's a little bit cheaper than the hardbound book. The course syllabus for fall 3103. Here is the information about me, and I am an LPCA here in Kentucky. There's my phone number. Office hours are virtual by arrangement. Here's my email, and of course the website for Lindsay. Our mission statements for each of the college, the School of Professional Counseling, and Human Services and Counseling. Here's a course description, the required text, of course. This is a fully online course, so a brunt of all the grunt work is going to be on you. Please make sure that you read everything that I put out there for each of the weeks, and I'll go over that here shortly. Here are the learning objectives. And I'm not going to read through all of those, but here's what you want to know: the weekly discussions and the chapter tests. Every week, we are covering basically 2 chapters every week. So there'll be chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, so on and so forth. The discussions are worth 25 points, and you do not have to answer anybody else's discussion boards unless I specifically say so. I will make an announcement if there's an opportunity for actual interaction. That's going to be rare because most of the discussion boards, like you have seen from discussion boards 1 and 2, and week 1 and 2, and then week 1 or week 2, 1 and 2, 2.0, 2.1, you will see that most of them are just answering a question, and therefore I don't really need to comment on it because there's not really anything to discuss. So it's more just finding the answers and putting them in for the discussion board. Altogether, it's worth 400 points, so a lot of points. Most of your tests or most of your score is actually coming from the weekly discussion and the chapter test. So it's really important that you take those and do well on those things. There is the chapter test. So chapter 1 will have a test, chapter 2 will have a test. They're each worth 25 points. And again, there's 16 chapters, so a total of 400 points. And I will go through those as well. You are given two attempts for each test or each quiz, and you have 2 hours to do it. So plenty of time. Take your time, answer them. There's really no reason not to get 100% on most of the tests. Okay. There is a final exam that will be at the end of the semester or the end of the course, so in 8 weeks, and it will cover all 16 chapters. It's worth 100 points. In your final exam, you will have 1 time to go through and you'll have 3 hours to get through it. Okay, so it's important that in your final exam you take your time and read through. I'm not going to do anything crazy. Chances are it's going to kind of follow the book. So chapter 1 questions, chapter 2 questions, chapter 3 questions, etc. I'm not going to make it hard. You're not going to have to go all over the place. But you will have to know your book fairly well so that you can get through the questions. Then you will have a reflection paper. So you are going to, for your reflection paper, you're going to choose a topic. Any topic that's in the book is fine. And you will find a minimum of 3 peer-reviewed research articles. I'm going to do a separate paper, or do a separate video on your reflection paper, because I really want you to understand what to do here. I'm just briefly going to go over it. You're going to write it in APA format, and you are going to take those 3 peer-reviewed papers on your topic, and I'll give you the parameters for those, and you're going to write your paper. Later on, it's very specific about how the paper is done, so I'm going to talk about that later. Your score for the whole course, 930 to 1000 is an A, 900 to 929 is an A minus, 870 to 899 is a B plus, 830 to 869 is a B, 800 to 829 is a B minus, 770 to 799 is a C plus, 700 to 769 is a C, and we're not going to worry about the rest because nobody's going to go in those range. Okay. Academic integrity, questioning a grade. If you have a disability, please contact the Office of Disabilities. And so if you need Mr. Ben Martin, he is the person to contact. If you need his services or the services for disabilities, that is the person that you need to go through. You do not go through me. If you need any accommodations for the test or whatever, please go through the Office of Disabilities and they will contact me. Use the Writing Center for your papers. It's advisable. Okay. The final exams will be in the last week. Here is the layout for the weeks. We are at the end of week 1. And so hopefully by now you've responded to discussion boards 1.1 and 1.2 and have taken chapters 1 and 2 tests. Next week is 3 and 4. And there's a lot of videos, stuff that you need to watch before answering the discussion boards. Make sure you do that. And then you have the 3 and 4 tests. So I will always post out 1 week ahead. So this coming evening, I will put the tests up for the week 2, and then I will also open up week 3 for everything but the tests, and then I will open up the test next Sunday or Monday for the next week, okay? And that's how it's going to unroll until we get to the end. Week 7 is when you will provide your reflection paper. And then week 8 will be the final exam. Week 8 is a busy week, okay? So you've got 2 chapter tests the week before you did your reflection paper, and you've got 2 discussion boards, and then you've got your final exam. All right? So your reflection paper, like I said, I'm gonna do a whole other video for it. It is due at the end of week 7, so you got plenty of time. I will put a video out for the reflection paper next week. These are going to be your subjects. So you're going to summarize your 3 articles individually, not in one big blar. Okay, so you are going to Article 1, Article 2, Article 3, summarize each article. And then you are going to look at developing resources or referrals for your topic of concern in your area. So you might have to do some research and what's in your area that can provide resources. If there's nothing in your area, then you're going to want to go to the next closest area, okay? You are going to talk about your area that you wanted to research, and are your resources or referrals, are they prevention, intervention, or rehabilitative? And why? So it's not just prevention. You're going to have to put prevention and why that resource is a prevention versus an intervention versus rehabilitative. And then to close out your paper, you are going to have my ideas. And these are just it. These are your ideas. How would you tackle this issue? And so, again, don't worry about it too much. I'm going to share a video about this all by itself. Some ideas on how to do research and things like that, and some ideas about APA format. Okay, so save those questions for later, until I get the video out. And that is the syllabus. So next we have course announcements. This is important. I will post these for you, okay? And so it's really important that you pay attention to them and that you use the announcements to keep track of what I'm putting out there. If I change something, like if I decide to have a discussion board actually have you answer somebody else in the discussion board, you're going to find that out by the announcements. I will have the announcements emailed to you as well as posted here, but it is important to stay on track of that, okay? As you can see, I have the content for this first week and the content for next week up. So when you click on week 1 content, you have chapter 1 PowerPoint, chapter 2 PowerPoint, and the learning objectives, as well as chapter 1 test, chapter 2 test. Okay. If you click on that, you will get the videos. So you will also want to click on the assignments, chapter 1 outline, chapter 2 outline, theories of development. And then you have your discussion board 1.1, discussion board 1.2. So there is the information for everything you need to do for week 1. So week 2, you have the PowerPoints for chapter 3 and 4, the learning objectives for 3 and 4. And when you click on week 2 assignments, you have everything except for the tests. So again, chapter 3 outline, chapter 4 outline, videos that you're going to need to watch for theory of mind. This is an article to read, and this is another video. And then the discussion boards, 2.1 and 2.2, use these references, okay? So make sure that you watch the video and read the articles. And that's how it's going to roll from this point forward. I haven't made the chapter 3 and 4 tests yet. I will make those either this evening or first thing in the morning. And they will be available, chapter 3, chapter 4 will be available either at the bottom here or the bottom here. I may put them up to the top, I don't know. I'll try to make them someplace where they're easier so you don't have to scroll. Okay? But they'll be in one of those places. And so that is how each week will unfold. I will make a video talking about the topics, the chapters. I apologize I didn't make one last week. I wasn't feeling very good, so I didn't get an opportunity to make it. But starting this week, everything will be outlined for you. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I've gotten several emails from several of you, and I appreciate that. If you don't see the test or don't know where the test is at, hopefully I've shown you where chapters 1 and 2 tests are, right? They're at the bottom right there. And so that should be good. Now, if you're not seeing any of this stuff, let me know so that I can get it fixed, because this is the program that might just be an issue that you don't have access to this if you're the child group instead of the main group. Okay, I'm going to post this and send out an announcement. It's a quick 15-minute video, and that should be all that I have. Thanks for the emails and keep them coming. And hopefully this coming Thursday, I will see some of you in the live session, which is not required at all. But if you have questions, that's a good place to show up. All right. Hopefully get to know some of you as we go throughout this next, the remaining 7 weeks, I guess. Have a good day. Bye.